The slew of new taxes and fees is also prompting local leaders to speak out.
Fox 45's Rebecca Pryor continues our coverage and shares new bipartisan calls to make Maryland a more business-friendly state.
Yeah, today we sat down with Governor Wes Moore's new Democratic challenger, who says this isn't a red or blue issue. It's about getting Maryland's economy back in the green.
Welcome to the Tax Revolt Rally.
While Republicans have long voiced concerns over Maryland's business climate and competitiveness.
Please stop stealing all of your money. It's your money.
Money is fungible. It can move.
One lifelong Democrat is now joining the calls for change.
It gets to be a little depressing to thinking about how bad it really is here.
Baltimore Blast owner, retired banker, and self-made businessman Ed Hale says the climbing cost of living almost pushed him out of state.
I literally was going to move to New Hampshire because of the taxes here and the fees.
Frustrations now fueling his bid for governor.
And then I asked, can we not do better? And somebody said, why don't you do it?
Included in a newly passed $1.6 billion tax and fee package, rising income tax and a capital gains surcharge for top earners, increased car registrations, emissions testing, and tire fees, as well as a 3% levy on data and IT services, expected to raise $500 million in new revenue. Maryland's Chamber of Commerce among those labeling the tech tax a direct hit on innovation.
The business community is looking at Maryland as a place that they want to come and grow and thrive.
While Wes Moore defends his fiscal strategy, claiming in 2 years he's created nearly 100,000 jobs, more than the last 8 years combined. Critics argue when it comes to big business, relocations are rising.
We have Governor Wes Moore trying to tell people he lowered taxes. No one believes that. Businesses are smarter than that.
This is not a business-friendly state. People are leaving. And there's so many examples of that. The Washington commanders are leaving. They're going to go to D.C. The FBI is not going to come here. He's been poking at the president. And, you've got Six Flags is closing up after decades of being here. So those are on the surface. What's happening down mid-range and then lower range? No businesses are being created here.
If elected, Hale says his first order of business, repealing the tech tax and cutting Maryland's $67 billion budget by 5%.
I've been trying to create businesses all my career, and I have, and I would like to do that again.
More than a year out from the 2026 election, and it appears that debate over Maryland's fiscal future is already heating up. In Baltimore, Rebecca Pryor, Fox 45 News.
I'm Kai Jackson. Thank you for watching. Here's another video to watch. Also, please take a moment to subscribe to our channel.